I give Colgate a lot of credit. I think anytime you play somebody three times, it's hard to beat a good team three times, and I think they're a good team. I thought they obviously played great in the fourth quarter against us up at Hamilton, and I thought gave Army everything they handle, and they were playing well, and I think they made a couple adjustments, and I think their seniors and their upperclassmen played really well. I thought Minikis, played well. Hawkins came off the bench and did some good things. Scored two big goals in the fourth quarter. And I thought Minikis was excellent, and he's been improving, and he's a really good player. So I give them credit. Want to just give our guys credit. I thought this all year, despite who was in and out of the lineup, I always thought that we gave max effort. I thought we tried. We played really hard. I think we never give up. And I think tonight, they just went on a little bit of a run, basically with 3 minutes to go in the third, in the first couple possessions of the fourth quarter. They scored 5 goals in about a 6-minute period. And in a playoff game, that kind of separated a little bit. And, obviously they won some faceoffs. I think they kind of won some games within the game. They were good at the X. I thought they were better on the wings than we were. I thought they swarmed ground balls a little bit. I think we had some opportunities to kill some possessions, and we uncharacteristically didn't pick up the ball. I think they we have a stat, we play a 2-minute game on the beginning of the quarter and the end of quarters, and they were +3. So I think they kind of really were better than us to start quarters and end quarters. And those things, those things matter in a close game. And I thought it was a well-played game. At the end of the day, they got the better of us.
Seamus, we'll take any questions you have.
Coach, it seemed like when they went on that run late in the third and kind of at the start of the fourth, it seemed like it was hard for BU to offensively get possessions. You guys have been great clearing the ball all game, and then there were 2 big turnovers in transition in that stretch, and it seemed like it was hard to win faceoffs. Did that seem like it was part of that Colgate run? Was a lack of offensive
sure.
opportunities?
I thought we made a great play and turned them over, and then they called it interference call. That was a tough call. And then we had opportunities. We got the ball on the ground, and Roy picked it up, and smartly threw it down the field, but we weren't really paying attention. The ball went out of bounds, and we didn't give it a great effort, and they came down and scored. And then we finally got a stop, and we had the ball, and we were just trying to get the ball to our attack, and we turned it over, and they ended up scoring. So, I mean, those are instead of having a possession to go up 2 at the end of the third quarter, we turn it over. And, I think that goal with 1 second was really tough. And then win the opening face-off in the fourth quarter and score there. So, lacrosse is a game of runs, and you got to be able to get stops. And even when we got stops, as you alluded to, Seamus, we weren't able to clear the ball, and that was credit to Colgate for riding hard and making plays. And we needed to do a better job with our ball security.
And then I was just curious. I know that Gainey and Garber had kind of gone back and forth this season a little bit. Was there anything that went into the decision to go with Gainey over Garber in this game, goaltending?
Garber's in COVID protocol, so he was unavailable. So Garber has been our starter. Garber had a great year. Went into COVID protocol, so he was unavailable for the last couple of games.
Okay, sorry, I was just checking.
It's okay.
And then, obviously, this is a tough game for seniors, last game of the year. But we had talked earlier that this is still a really young team. There's a lot of really young talent on it. I guess I'm just curious, kind of what the message in the locker room was after the game.
Yeah, the message was, number one, thanking the seniors. I think nobody outside of the people inside of those walls knew how tough this year was. From not having a fall to just restrictions on campus, to testing as much as we did, to kids getting COVID and going in close contacts. I mean, it was just a it was just a really hard year. And I know it was hard for a lot of people. But I just think, inside of our walls, it was a tough one. So my message was, number one, no one knows how hard we had. And I was really proud of the fact that we got to today. A lot of sacrifices went into place, and I thought the seniors did a good job getting us there. And I thank the seniors. I told Gordo, Nick Ellerton walking up the stairs, I was really glad that he came back. And I know it didn't end the way that he wanted to. He wanted to get the championship weekend and get to the Final Four and have a shot at winning this thing, and it didn't. But for him to say he was glad he came back, and meant a lot to me. And the other 7 seniors along with them, I thank them for their time, and gave them an opportunity to speak, and then kind of close the season out, symbolically, and then just talked about what was needed in the off season. So, we still are young, but it's I don't want to make an excuse, but I think we definitely had some first year jitters or first playoff game jitters. I think we missed some ground balls. I mean, I'm looking at the stats now. They outground us 51-27. That's hard to, when you're losing faceoffs and you're giving up that many ground ball advantage, it's hard to win games. So, but credit to Colgate for getting those ground balls. Credit to their goalie for having 13 saves. I thought he played well, and we'll get back at it. I think I think we learned a lot this year. I think we learned certainly our culture is paramount. And we'll spend time on that next year and get better there. And I'm not saying that we have a bad culture. I just think it can always be improved. And I'm excited for next year. And we're all going to take a break. It's been a long year, but we'll take a break and then recharge, and then we'll start getting after it in our summer workouts.